So here is the other theory that I just thought of about dying and continuing on in a replica of where you were and not knowing that you died because you don't remember anything happening, saying where this place. So the theory is, or what I'm just thinking and what John was talking about, because it gets you to think about things. And the reason why I think of all these things is because the art museum footage is just something that it proves that there's a different, that time from the past and the present and the future can line up. So with that possibility of being an absolute, now everything else can be a possibility too. And yeah, it's a rabbit hole. And where does it really get you? I'm just looking for the answers. So at one point, John said over in Denver there that he thinks, maybe he died at some point and but was put into this realm, and this is a artificial existence. I mean, it's real, it's tangible, your feet are on the ground, you touch things, it feels, it's what it is. But dying at some point and then being taken from the earth that you were at into a more demonic earth, I guess you would say. Not that I really remember when earth wasn't demonic. I guess when I was a kid, everything was great. But then as soon as I started to think, I think there's a song out there by U2. As soon as you started to think, you cried. And I remember doing that at the top of the stairs when I was on something about the stairs in Salmon Street when I was about 6 or 7 years old. It's when depression set in at 7 years old for me. At the top of the stairs, I'm thinking, I'll get back to the death thing in a minute, but I'm thinking, what is this place? And what if nothing was even, what if nobody was even created and there was nothing and it was all just darkness? And then I started to cry because I didn't like that thought that I had. And that's when I first started to think, and I literally cried. So I think Bono wrote that song about me. But anyway, dying and being put into another realm, but you don't know that you died, and you don't know that the other realm that you're put in is hell. And that's the trick. That's Satan's little trick by shushing everybody, because he wants you to believe that hell is something worse than what this earth is. But you don't remember dying. That's the thing. But as easily as you die and then you're born in another skin suit of a baby, and that brand new baby is now you, and then you're going to do it all over again. And that's what hell is. Hell is a repetitive cycle of not going to heaven, and it's called an eternal torment, because when you're eternally separated from God and you're on earth over and over and over, and you die again and you die again, that's suffering, that's eternal punishment. Even though it's not so bad, like life can be great, especially when when you guys move these clouds out of the way, you delete the program and add some more sun and keep it warm weather. And if you have money and you're able to go and do things, spend time with your family and loved ones and friends, that quality of life, I'm sure, would be, I never experienced it, but I will. when I'm free, when I'm able to do all these things that I'm dreaming up. Because I learned that you can dream things up, like in the Bible with Jacob, and he had a dream, and it's like, they literally do have dreams, because this reality here is a dream, and that's what Jacob's dreaming about. He taps into this dream world that I'm having. So about the death thing and not knowing where your point of death was, well, it's as simple as, just like if you died and then you reincarnated into another body, and you don't have a choice, because your punishment is you're still eternally separated from God, and you get to repeat over and over and over and over and over and over, and it's just a never-ending torment in hell. So your brain receptors, however the divine serpent controls things through this is a program. We're all just X's and O's and zeros and ones in a computer simulation, and we can transfer from person to person, whoever's in charge of those control buttons. They can just delete your memory. That's how. They delete the moment of impact. Let's say I'm driving right now, and I get into an accident, and it's just an instant dead. Well, and let's just say I'm on the regular Earth. If nothing else, these should be movies. These are movie scripts that I talk about. If nothing else, if everything sounds so ridiculous, let's just make movies of it, if you haven't already. But I'm sure it's something in the Matrix is similar. I get into an accident, I die, and then I go to hell. I don't go to heaven because either A, I'm a sinner, I'm unredeemable, and whatever, or B, I'm supposed to stay here to raise it up, kick Satan's ass, and then make heaven come down here. And that's why when I died, I was put here, because God knew that I would figure things out, because His DNA is in my soul. So, but what happens is, it's like all right, hold on. You know how you can rewind a video 10 seconds beforehand? The 10 seconds from impact, from the moment that everything's fine right now, count 10 seconds from now. Alright, so I'm going to get into the accident right up here where this bridge is. This is where I die. Ready? Right here. Boom. Done. Now, the program will rewind 10 seconds and delete it from your memory, and then put you in another plane with the same vehicle, the same clothes, the same everything, and now you're in hell, and you don't even know it, and everybody you walk around is like, shh, and they all do know it. I don't know, I mean, I guess because they complied with Satan, and Satan gives you all that knowledge, but you have to worship him, and that's the only thing. Why do you think he offered Jesus the entire world? Because it was his to give, if he would just bow down and worship him as Father. Even though Christ is his Father, because he said, "You shall not tempt the Lord your God." Who was he tempting? Him, Jesus. So he was tempting his Father in spirit. But Satan wants to be Christ's Father, as if he's, the Father in heaven, but he's really just the devil and a liar from the beginning. And Jesus is Well, his spirit dominates everything. But you know how Lucifer is. He just wanted to be adored by his earthly son because the serpent race impregnated Eve with, you know, Eve being a female and then adding the male component to Eve so she could impregnate herself. Because that makes more sense. She's already a woman with the wound set up to have a baby, and then you just add the male component and children as her husband and children, which is simply just a man's pecker and balls, and she now has that in order to impregnate herself. Therefore, she can have a serpent child. And then, you know, Jesus being a child conceived out of nothing because the Holy Spirit impregnated Mary as well. So it's the same thing. It's like Adam and Eve and Mary and Joseph and Cain or Satan and the serpent in the garden, and Lucifer as how do you think Mary got pregnant? Out of nowhere? Well, it wasn't Joseph's baby, right? He didn't have sex with her. But yet she has a baby, a child, and they all knew parthenogenesis, and they all knew that she conceived the child from the serpent race. And that serpent race, the baby, his name was Jesus. How else did he get pregnant? Did she get pregnant? Same thing with Eve. That's my conclusion. And yeah, so anyway, the earth dying, your memory getting erased, as simple as a program. When you program a computer, do you not know how to edit stuff, take things out? It's like if you make a video, I'll make a half-hour video or a music video, and I'll stop, I'll edit something, I'll add something, I'll subtract something, and then once that video is uploaded and programmed, that's all that video knows is what it is. It doesn't remember the editing part. It doesn't know anything other than what it is at that through that music video. And then the other theory I had was you died in your sleep, or they killed you in your sleep, because you know how dreams are so, you can't really remember what's going on. Time flies. All of a sudden you go to sleep, and all of a sudden you got to wake up 8 hours later, and it feels like an hour. There's something up with that. It's like a cheat. Like they're cheating us out of our sleep. They could have killed you in your sleep and then picked you up, put you in hell in the same bed in the same house with the same like, let's say you got a wife. It's not your wife anymore. It's an AI bot. That's just, you can't even tell. You know, Jacob Israel makes fun of the human race as if we're all stupid. Where, I don't have any inside information, but, you have these robots, they're already folding clothes, and but yet they look like robots. No. I think the whole world is probably filled with them. And many of us are probably married to robots, and we can't even tell. It's just they only show us the generic version of robots, and but they really are. So they place you. You were originally you were in an Earth, and it's the exact replica of this Earth, but this Earth is hell. And the other one was a all right, here you go. We're all in hell, right? We're all in hell, below ground in the pit. Above us is the actual earth, and that's where you die. And then once you're down here, you don't even know that you died. You're back here. You're here. The ones that do know that they died are the ones that died in Satan. Satan gives them all the knowledge, because it's, you know, the enlightened ones, the Illuminati. It's keep it secret. They have the information. They know that this is hell, and it's not so bad. But the devil wants you to believe you're going to go to a different hell that is so bad, just to keep you in fear and uncomfortable your entire life if you don't bow down and worship him. So the earth above us is the actual natural earth. This is the pit. This is hell. Above us, the clouds, above the clouds is the underneath side of the earth, where we used to live from the beginning. Satan had his people up there, just like God has his people up there too. And then above that is heaven. So above us is the regular earth, but this earth here is an exact replica. Everything that you have up there on that regular earth, Satan has down here in hell as a replica of everything that's up there, but with robots. How's that theory for you? And another thing, Jonathan Clegg just confirmed it this morning. For all of you people that hear someone who you think is God whispering in your ear, it's Cain. Trust me. It's not God, it is Cain. It's like Stephen James DeShawn talking to you, telling you to gang stalk me everywhere I go. That's what it's like. That's what it reminds me of. Because I don't hear anything. For those of you that have all the illuminated knowledge, you're part of the Masonic club, you're part of the Illuminati, you know all the secrets, and you surveil me, and you know that I am not from anywhere, but yet I know your secrets. Trust me when I tell you, you're not listening to God, you're listening to the devil. When they whisper in your ear, it's not God. I don't hear a thing. I've never heard voices in my head. I've never been told what to do. So for all of you that have that voice, and I call it the gang stalking commander voice, whether it's all right, it's not going to be Stephen James's voice, because it happens to foreigners. People that can't even speak English gang stalk me, and they know exactly where to go and do their little step in front tactics, come at you like a bat out of hell, because that's the idea, is to try to give you a heart attack. That really, it's what they try to do. But so the voice is multilingual. It's if you only speak Spanish, you're going to hear that voice in your head telling you to do a gang stalking tactic on old Robin Henry T's there. And I'm telling you that that's Cain. If you're a Russian and you only speak Russian and you do those tactics to me, that's because the devil is relaying the voice. That way you can hear it in your own language and you think it's God. It's not. It's the devil. So 100% confirmation that all of you people, I'm telling you, if you hear voices, it's not from God. You are worshiping the wrong God. Cain and Abel. Jacob and Esau. And the Saters, I remember the Sater twins. Tim was like the good twin. I mean, he was like influenced by his brother Jethro. But I've thought before, they're probably the Kleck twins. Yep, they're probably the Kleck twins. They were just dressing up as Satyr outfits. And And the only way you can get away with the missing tooth thing, like Richie from Boston, Jethro, whoever else has a missing tooth, it's because you don't actually have teeth because of the serpent additive. Your mouth needs to, you can't have teeth. You get your teeth taken out, you get dentures. You get those plug-in, you get the post. Maybe you get like 3 posts, 1 in the middle, 2 on the ends, and then there's 6 posts, 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom. You can add whatever kind of teeth you add. When you change from male to female, you have the male teeth. You go out at night, you dress up as a female, you unplug those teeth, you pop in the female teeth, and also I believe that if you go from male to female and you have a YouTube channel and you're really a hot chick, Victoria's Secret model, because what's the secret? What's Victoria's Secret? That they're men, right? Men and or Eve's beguiled by the serpent. That's what the secret is with Victoria. But when you go from a man and then you change over to the female, here's my theory. My theory is you're a dude, right? Born a dude. But what you do is, once you do the entire plastic surgery, skin suit, Zach Odie documents? Is that Zach you're talking about, Steve Benu? Alright, so here's my theory. You're born a male, you grow up, you decide, I want to do the transformation, go full blown, I want to become a Victoria's Secret model. That's fine. So once you get the surgery done and you completely get breast implants, you invert your tree of life, it goes in, you get an additive to it. Yikes. And then you full-blown female, you lose the weight, you do the dietary, like the cranberries. The guy that's standing there looking around, he's really the cranberry female, but he doesn't look like it at first because he's like heavy. And then once you become the female, you lose, say, 30 pounds, and then all you eat is from the tree of life, and that's it. And that's what keeps you thin. And I think it's the honey pot, right? That's why God said don't eat too much honey, you'll get sick. So my theory is, the day that you're doing that, they take a mold of what you used to look like, and then anytime you want to go back to your family and hang out, so they don't know, you just put your man face back on, you cover up the face that was just altered to look like a female, and then you put your man bodysuit back on. And then nobody even knows. And then at night, when you're done, or wherever you go, you unzip your, I guess maybe it's up in the hairline. You can hop in through the hairline, through your bodysuit. And again, these suits are straight flesh. Like, you can't even tell it. It feels like flesh. It looks like flesh. And that's how you can hop around from place to place. And each year you get a newly updated man face. That way the man face is what you would still look like if you didn't transform over to a female. How's that theory, John from Denver? You like that one, don't you? Yep, you like that. I know you like that one. Because that's the best way to trick people. You become a Victoria's Secret model, but you still have your suit, your man suit, in order for nobody to know, because you dress up as a man, and even though that, you know, people were men before, and then they become a Victoria's Secret model, and then anytime they just want to turn back to the male, every year they have an updated version of what they're going to look like. It's a brilliant. I mean, I'll give it to Lucifer. He's slick. He is slick. There's some people I can't even tell. Really, you used to be a dude? Wow, that is crazy. You're a hot-looking dude. I'll give it to you. You know, because Adam wasn't tricked. Eve was. Adam wasn't. Adam knew. He knew. He knew, and he did eat. Because you know, what are you gonna do? If you're attractive, you're attractive. If you're a good-looking dude, you're a good-looking dude. If you're a good-looking girl, you're a good-looking girl. If you're a dude changed over to female and you're good-looking, you're a good-looking female. Dude, man, lady.